Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 2 of Overanalysis. Episode 1, kind of a joke just to take the piss out of someone, but I actually enjoyed it and I'm back. I missed a lot and I've got EU Grand Finals to watch, which I haven't really witnessed yet, and I'm excited to because I know it's quite a controversial game, but we're going to watch the actual footage. I saw Relentless on the final map of EU Grand Finals, won 7-1 defense Cliffside, which is like arguably one of the best defenses we've seen in the grand finals. So I thought I'd go through it, just review why Relentless was so strong in that defense and what led them to then win grand finals and what Ascendancy could have done better for next time. I'm also too lazy to edit, so this is just going to be raw footage, so excuse anything. Anything can happen and will happen. But let's get into it. Pistol round, A slam from Ascendancy, textbook play. Yeah. I believe they've managed to get a plant down. They're very aggressive here into CT, as we can see, which is punished a lot. So Relentless set up their cliffside defense for retakes on both sides, and then they stack their players heavily towards mid. What this means throughout this map is that Ascendancy will have an easy time getting onto site, but then they'll have a very hard time maintaining that site control, and Relentless's retakes is especially what to look out for. So exactly that has happened here. Ascendancy have site control. Their players were a bit confused as to why they didn't find a single pick. So over-aggression into CT happens. Relentless, 2 people already waiting in CT, ready to punish that, especially on pistol round when numbers advantage is huge. So Ascendancy gets shut down, they then pull back, they have scan down, but now man disadvantage, Relentless set up a retake. Number player 3 and 6 here, or 3 and 5, sorry. These are the 2 players I said were stacking mid, playing for that retake in mid, and then we have 2 CT players coming from B or whatever. So that's a 2-2 pinch coming from mid and CT. Ascendancy, they're not going to be able to stop this. We see here, yeah, Relentless just taking the site using that number advantage. Just left the Rover and Semtex now. And to be fair, they do a very good job holding on to this, putting tabs into a 1 versus 2. Again, I have not watched this, so excuse me. Tabs, I think, will win this because of his position and his health advantage. Okay. So Tabs wins the round. Just breaking this down because Tabs played this 1v2 quite nicely. He was aware of Rover's position on backside, and due to spotting Semtex slightly bit earlier in the round at this point here, he's aware of both the players' positions, okay? So what Tabs does in this 1 versus 2 is he maneuvers himself into a position here where only one person is taking a fight. Tabs clears sight. Now Semtex could have moved to another location, but Semtex definitely was not ready for this swing from Tabs, which is why Tabs gets that free pick. He now knows where reality on VR is. 1v1, health advantage, 2 Tabs. I don't know why the knife comes out from Rover. Maybe not confident in pistol close range, but anyways, Tabs wins the round. So see, Ascendancy now straight away are breaking into what I believe will be a default push. We see Relentless stacking 2 people in mid, 1 person towards A, 2 B. This is kind of their usual defensive setup. And it looks like this is an aggressive default coming out from Ascendancy. They've instantly taken short control, which is good for them. But it won't help them that much if they don't have long as well, because it's very hard to take B side from just short. See here, they're just trying to feel out Relentless. Relentless isn't giving them much info to work with. Not many gunfights are occurring. And this is where Ascendancy's run into a bit of an issue whilst defaulting. So when a team defaults on attack, usually it's them trying to take number advantage duels with players that are holding a position. The issue that Ascendancy ran into is that they did not use their number advantage in these duels. So Billiam here kills Semtex on short. As we can see, Semtex was on his own. He took a 1-on-1 duel with Billiam. And because Billiam's defending, he can put himself into a more favorable situation. maybe his better gun skill doesn't really matter. He wins the gunfight because nobody on Ascendancy is there to refrag. So that's already putting Relentless into the man advantage because Ascendancy's default wasn't playing the numbers together correctly. Then looking on the other side of the map, we see Rover has made his way onto the A site. Again, this is what Ascendancy should be expecting. They should be expecting easy site control because Relentless is setting up for a retake, especially on the A site. So Rover here will take A, and I think he'll try and over-aggress into CT, thinking there's been a rotation, when in fact it's just the A players are pulled quite far back. Also a nice head dink there from whoever that was. Just looking on the minimap, I'm seeing Rover trying to take CT. And that would be Deuce to get the kill. So what happened there? Reality gets site, over-aggressors. In terms of the micro, just from what I can see on the minimap, I'm going to guess that Deuce or Kawaii Angel, whatever, is posted up in CT holding an angle for if anyone over-aggresses into CT. And because Rover's crouch walked into CT, when you crouch walk in Veil, your player model, your arse will stick out on the left. So Rover crouch walks around the left-hand corner, and Deuce will see his arse first, which gives Deuce the advantage in the gunfight in terms of reaction time. So therefore, Rover lost it. So now, Ascendancy 2 players down. Relentless haven't given up any space. They've just kept their default going. That's very passive. Tabs over-aggressors gets punished by 30. Not very good. Like, number advantage, you don't need to be peeking that. So poor play from Tabs and a nice punish from 30mon. But the round is still cooked for Ascendancy. Although I completely missed where Tay's death was. Tay's playing short. Wait, no, Tay. Okay. So here, Tay tries to take space mid. This is a lot of Ascendancy's plays on attack, is them trying to crouch walk and take space. Relentless do a good job of punishing this. We can see Accurate just peeks that head peek. Everyone knows, I think, that there's a line from where Accurate is to Tay, a bit of vision, and Accurate took that swing, won the gunfight. The attackers are trying to force space, and they're therefore taking less favorable duels, which is why they're losing. And the way you counter this is by taking 2 people into those less favorable duels. Again, nice punish from 30. 2 versus 4. I mean, Relentless very much should win this. And nicely done from Abida. They have number advantage, a little bit more of an aggressive hold, and that's just nice timing, to be honest. Quite a lucky peak, but yeah, well played. It was a nice punish. Same default coming out from Ascendancy. Bit more towards A site this time. I think they're slowly catching on to the fact that Relentless are playing passively A site. And now we see Ascendancy do have slight amounts of A control. Again, the same amount of A control they've had every round, though, because Relentless are letting them have it. This A control, Rover and Tay haven't over-aggressed in CT this time. They have learnt their lesson. But now they're just going to get... the retake is just going to crush Ascendancy. So now A control was called. The push is called over to A site by the IGL. And now Ascendancy will take the space on A and plant. I'd hope. And they're leaving Semtex in this lurk position. Just because he has a nice position pushed up on short. Nice punish there from Bambuza. Accurate, swinging too early there on the retake. We can see his teammates are still coming in. So that's a very early swing to go for. Maybe he was trying to go for a timing. Didn't take his teammate with him, so just punished in a one-on-one duel. And now Ascendancy have the opportunity to set themselves up in positions to defend this retake. 30 with a... I'm going to be... this must be the round that Relentless lose, because there is no way they win a 3v5 retake when 2 of Ascendancy can hold mid like this. Okay, Billiam and Tabs doubling up mid and taking that. Okay, they might win this, actually. Tay peeking a peek he does not need to peek. Tay in this position, able to just go A main, play for plant. Semtex in this position can be the one that chows mid. But there was no need for Tay to peek this like that and get shut down. So now Tabs and Billiam, they know there is one person B short, they don't care. They're just going to take site with their teammates. And we see a Beta rushing into backside. Bambuza. Okay, nice refrag. That's a 2-on-1 duel there. Well played from Relentless. They're taking the numbers. Again, just a nice, actually, shutdown from Tabs as he takes long. This is just like an aggressive rush onto site. Relentless abusing the fact they have better mechanics to take the site. And now this position is so favorable for Relentless now. It's just been completely switched up because these two players from Ascendancy, they were playing too far away from site. They can't deny plant in this position. And the fact that Tabs and Billiam flushed out the players that can deny plant means that Ascendancy are going to have a very hard chance. They're almost like retaking site for a second time, which is funny to see. Tabs shutting down. Semtex having to rush in because Billiam is literally sticking it. Isn't able to properly clear Tabs. Tabs shuts it down. Now Rover has a 1v2. And Tabs is on the cross angle. Kills both of them, but plant's done. Doesn't matter. Nicely played there from Relentless. What Ascendancy could have done better? The players that were towards A site need to play near bomb. They need to be able to deny that position and play together. It doesn't matter if you have 4 people A site and then 2 people run away and play different positions too far away. That won't help you. You need to have, if you have 4 people on A, 2-2, double up in positions, play together. Semtax was on B short. He should be that lurk coming into mid. Nicely played from Relentless. I can see why they did very well on this defense because this is a good defense so far. Okay, here we see a bit of counter-stratting mid-game. Deuce pushed up onto site now. Every round, Relentless has given Ascendancy site for free. They've just played retake. And now, because Ascendancy are slowly adapting to that, as we saw last round when they didn't over-aggress, we're seeing Relentless adapt to the adaptation. A bit of like back and forth between the teams in terms of macro play. So Deuce on site in this position will not be read by Ascendancy. They are so used to seeing someone in CT. So now Deuce, free kill, runs into smoke, gets that planter as well. Plant's down, but Deuce on site. Okay, actually does get shut down. But now 4v2 retake. Just hot and going back into this. We see here so much of Relentless in mid. All of Ascendancy around site. Util dumps. Bang, bang, bang. Nades come in from mid. Ascendancy, they lost 1 player. That's lucky considering 4 grenades would have been coming from mid. Deuce on site is just that distraction, that extra little bit that Ascendancy that Relentless needed to retake fully. Because now it's just 2 Ascendancy players. They were rattled by the guy that was on site. And now it's a 4v2, now 4v1. Relentless are clueless idiots, but, well, let's see if Ferdy can do this. Again, plant not for long, Ferdy playing long. A lot of Ascendancy's issues so far on this map have been exact same as last round. A lot of Ascendancy's issues on this map have been players not playing in positions where they can deny plant easily without having to force themselves into an open position to deny plant. Now we're seeing a B slam, bit of a switch up from Ascendancy. A hasn't been working for them. Very aggressive coming in here, and it looks like Relentless are playing a bit more on site to defend this. This is just kind of micro play from the players when it's a slam like this. Nice nade from Tabs, playing wherever he is. Weapons, I think. Tay's done nice to entry here, open up space for his team, but they haven't cleared out Tabs until now. So this is very favorable for Ascendancy. They have 4 players alive versus Relentless's 3 players. Relentless now needs to bunch up, retake together. Ascendancy, play together, but don't bunch up because you're going to get utiled. That will happen on a retake. And we'll see it here. This is nice from Tay and Semtex. I like this. They're doubled up. They're going to swing CT together. And it should be a nice... Okay, 10:30 first of all. But anyways, back to watching this. What the fuck happened there? Okay. Deuce coming in from CT. Nades Rover on site. Yeah, nades Rover on site. That's like a... Site's a very difficult position to be in for a retake because nades will just be dumped onto the site. Especially when having to plant. You need to get that plant down quickly. But anyway, oh, my sound turned off. I don't like that. Nicely done from... Too loud. Okay, we go. So here... I don't really know the like mechanics behind why this... I don't understand what the thought process was between this double swing and just two people. Like, that's the player's issue at that point for both of those two. They're idiots because I don't know how you're double swinging and getting 0 kills, and one of you can unswing during the double swing and still be alive. Relentless won that round off of purely that interaction. If Tay and Ferdy had both committed to the swing and even just like killed 1 or 2, won the round. But now Tay in a shit position is being pinched. Semtex also being pinched. And here we go. Relentless win the round. They're playing numbers better, especially Quiet Angel and Accurate, who have been both retaking from CT because of like the link up they have towards A site or from CT and A site. They both been playing very well together, and it's nice to see like they're doing well. They're being rewarded for playing well together. And Ascendancy just don't have the same chemistry that's letting their players do this kind of stuff. Again, just same default. Just the classic pixel peeking. Let's see. Okay, Semtex takes a good amount of space here. This time, last time we saw Tay try and take the same space, Accurate shut it down. This time, not been shut down. Semtex is in a very, very strong position, as is Tay, who has crouch walked up from, I can only assume, tons. Yep, only tons. Cool, okay. Ascendancy have 2 players deep in mid. They should win this. What they need to do now, we can see this actually a really nice position on the map. These 3 players at the back need to pivot towards a site, and the 2 players in mid are left as the inserts to deny rotations and to help. So if these 3 players in mid bunch up now and attack the A site, let's say, they take the site, Relentless rotate, and those 2 players that have sneaked into mid get infinite value. That's dependent on what they do. Nice from Tay there, getting Accurate in a completely unknown position. Gives up a bit of his space in mid. Nicely done from Tay, that was great. Okay. The mid player has gotten their value very nicely. The mid players still have their position. Semtex is still unknown. This should be a wrap for Ascendancy. This should be a free round. They should pivot towards the A site because they have so much mid control. And Billiam really has to pull a hero play out of his arse here, I think. Which it looks like he will do as Billiam kills Scout. Ah, never mind. What the? Okay. Quiet Angel, number 4, gets a 2k. How does this happen? Tay pushes him in mid. Okay, they both line up for him, and neither of them managed to kill him. And Billiam, okay. Unlucky to Ascendancy. What went wrong, though? Let's not just say gun skill diff. Okay. Ferdimont has Scanner, crouch walking on his own, not playing numbers. His teammate, Bambuza, not with him, not able to refrag. One-on-one duel. Even if Ferdy had his gun up, even if he, like, still lost the duel, okay? One-on-one, they left Scanner on their own. They should not have just been crouch walking there. Bambuza does get control, though, from the fact that Billiam pushed up short. But the fact that Deuce got that 2k over on the other side of the map is just, like, it's helping the round so much for them. Although, Ascendancy might win this one. They've kind of, Bambuza's pulled this back with, like, 2 of the most clutch 1v1 duels. Yeah, so Bambuza, this kill from Bambuza is huge. It just puts Deuce in the 2v1, and they have side control, they do have scan. Billiam over-aggressed a bit on his own, and this time Bambuza won that one-on-one duel that we've been talking about. Swing comes out from Semtex, nice shutdown. This is Ascendancy's 1 round. Nicely played from them. They should have won that round, but for a different reason. They had mid control, they should have pivoted and gone to site. Instead, what happened is their mid players got those picks without the pivot, but then Ascendancy just got picked apart whilst trying to crouch walk towards the site still. At a certain point, they need to decide, okay, let's go to the site mid-round instead of just let's crouch walk up to the site. And they need to do it together instead of playing separate one-on-one individuals. Oh, I'm being spam messaged. Anyways. I said I'm not cutting any footage from this. This is purely raw. Semtex going for the same crouch walk again. I don't think he got spotted last round, so go for it. They might not check. And it looks like we won't be checked. Bit more aggression this time from Tay onto the A site as well. So this is what Ascendancy should have done last round. Maybe not in the same sequence, but that mid insert, when he gets space, they take the A site. So now they have... Oh, this is going to get funky. Okay. Semtex catches... Cool. Okay. Semtex got his value. He got a nice pick. Okay. Refragged by Accurate, because again, Relentless are playing their players better together. They've stacked mid here, and Abida and Accurate and Tabs are all in positions to refrag one another. So Semtex gets Abida, Accurate gets Semtex, Tabs gets kept alive because his teammates are around him. And now Tabs has got a nice position pushed up mid, but Ascendancy do have A. And Tay is in a very dangerous position here, lurking up to this point. And he's not going to see Tabs, which is awesome. That's such a funny timing. And he looks, okay, Tay. Oh, that's unlucky. That's actually really unlucky. So Tabs is in an unexpected position because he's pushed up on that mid smoke, then taken more space. Bamboozle wasn't expecting that. He was jiggle peeking mid pillars, caught by Tabs. Tay not able to refrag and give us his location away. The worst of every situation possible for Ascendancy. They now have A site, but they're man down, and Relentless have so much ideas of where they are. So we see Tabs pushing tons solo. A bit of over-aggression, but Tabs had a good timing because he was up mid very early in the round. So now he's in an unexpected position to catch Ascendancy off guard from exceeding the expectations Ascendancy had of where Tabs was. So now 4v2. Tabs getting that pick and space in main is huge. And just like that, Ascendancy loses the round. That's just like taking the site. Relentless may have not played extremely together, but they're still taking fights together. Like you can see, everyone is, apart from number 2, everyone is looking something on site with guns up, trying to take a fight. And everyone's ready to, be like, oh, there's a guy long. Everyone looks at him, kills the guy. Yeah, it's that kind of retake that you need. It's just rushing in together. And that's a great round. Ascendancy were shut down by the fact that Relentless was stacking mid heavily. And the fact Relentless stack mid heavily means they're able to refrag one another and fight against the mid lurks that walk into mid, even if they're not even spotted. It's now 6-1. Final round, Ascendancy decide to go for a rush with a mid insert lurk, just to hold that rotations. Why? I wish I could spectate these games myself. Tay just holding mid in an incorrect position. Not to pick on the guy, but like I've just spotted this obviously because the camera's for some reason on the A guy. So Tay is like way too far in the open to hold mid here. The point of his position is to just hold the rotations so that they Ascendancy don't have to worry about B and long, B short and B long. Like Ascendancy with giving Tay that position are assuming that they'll take site control and then they won't have to worry about long or short because Tay has that position. Tay getting shut down is oh shit for Ascendancy. They now have to worry about that position behind them, which sucks for them. Especially now because we see actual perfect textbook play from Relentless. 2 people go CT, 2 people go 3-way. They're going to get ready to retake this together. We're going to see them activate at the same time and go in for this retake. Guns up, holding. That's an unlucky timing, but anyways. Deuce Volt, best player on the planet. That guy has never failed to perform in the grand finals. Yeah, and as he's performing now, he is not even glazing. Anyways, Relentless retaking together, playing their numbers. This is like, if a team wants to look at how to play numbers, look at Relentless's good round. Because now, double swing, sight, Accurate and Abida. Shut that player down. Double swing. Accurate's going to stick. Abida's going to hold for him. Abida gets the refrag, and that's the round. 7-1 for Relentless against Ascendancy. It wasn't even a bad offense from Ascendancy. Like, that's how they sort of usually play a lot of their offenses. But Relentless just played such nice textbook play of playing their numbers, and they got rewarded by winning. Like, the whole thing, but also just like 7-1, huge win, even if you don't win, but they did win. Regardless, to sum it all up, because I'm getting tired, my voice hurts, Ascendancy, they didn't play their numbers well enough, and they didn't play together. A lot of their plays are one person crouch walks here, tries taking space. If a team is ready to shut that down and the team has better gun skill, especially such as Relentless, like in some, yeah, they're going to get shut down because Ascendancy's main strategy of crouch walking to take space on the default failed. It got shut down. What they need to do to correct this is if they're going to do the crouch walk plays, do it together. Two people crouch walking down, be long or be short, always better than one person crouch walking down this place. And then Ascendancy also need to work on their holding their sight from retakes. A lot of times, Ascendancy saw players playing out of positions where they could deny the plant, deny the defuse, and that caught them off guard a lot. Relentless played very nicely. Less over aggression when you have number advantages, especially taps, because it's always been him that does that. So, thank you guys for watching, and yeah, that's it.